So we're going to check out this camera here. It's been about a week since I have. Try to check them about every week. You think I'm crazy for it, but we'll get into why I do that.
You need a ladder?
Kiss my ass. So this is my Lone Wolf undercover cam. I put it up high there. I've never done that just to try it out because put some cameras on public this year, which is a new thing. So I was just trying that one out because it's got that adjustable base and it works sweet. Kind of looks neat looking down on the deer. I haven't seen that before. But so about summer trail cameras, I hear a lot of people talk about summer trail cam intel isn't very good intel because that buck might not be there come later that year. And I understand all that, but we have so many deer around here. We get to watch a lot of deer. So throughout the years I've been paying attention, and a lot of them bucks I see in the middle of summer who are bucks I have no idea who they are. Most of the bucks that frequent this area, I recognize them from year to year. But so in the middle of summer, right around now, mid-July, I'll start to see a stray buck pop in the area. Maybe it's for a day, maybe for the longest a week sometimes, and then that buck will disappear. And I won't see that buck again until late rut. Late rut, I'll usually end up seeing that buck, that same buck I seen in the summer, come late rut. Almost like that traveling he did in the summer was getting inventory on where he was going to be going after the does were bred up where he started his game. So I do think that summer intel is good intel, and that's why I run lots of cameras all summer long, and I check them a lot more often than what people normally do. That's because I purposely make my presence a normal thing out in the woods. I know that sounds crazy, and 10 years ago I'd have said I was batshit crazy because I used to hunt the more careful way. I used to stay out of everything, and then come season I'd sneak back in there and think them deer weren't going to know I was there. Well, that don't happen around here in high pressured area, where you kind of think the opposite of that most of the time, where you got to be more careful and you got to stay out of there and give them an area to live. But if I break it down and think about it, simply anyways, think about it like this. Where is a deer going to be more tolerant to human presence? In an area where there isn't very many humans and it's real big farms and far in between? Or an area where there's lots of humans and lots of hunters and lots of small farms and nowhere you can go without running into something? They're going to be more tolerant in the high pressured areas. I used to always think the opposite of that. We need to stay out of there and give them a spot. So there's another thing to think about. Where are deer going to be better at watching humans and better at finding the in-betweens and understanding what the humans are doing? Deer in an area that's high pressured with lots of people where they have lots of practice watching us all the time, all summer long, farming, cutting wood, kids riding bikes, they're doing whatever all summer long. So many damn people in southern Michigan and I hear Pennsylvania and a lot of the eastern states, but these deer can't get away from it. If a deer ran to a different area every time he got jumped up in Michigan and didn't come back, that son of a bitch would be swimming across the ponds or in Ohio or Indiana by now. So what I'm getting at is I've found it to be opposite of what most people talk. If I go out and make my presence a normal thing all summer long, make the deer used to me being there, I show up, dink around for a while, leave, then come season, I show up, climb up a tree stand just like I left, deer come right back out. So by prepping the scene all summer long, I make it normal for my scent to be there. So even if a mature buck comes to one of my food plots, smells that I was there dinking around in my food plot earlier, checking a trail camera or something, It's a normal thing. In the summer, it doesn't bother them. You damn near walk by them, you know, compared to hunting season anyways. So by doing that all summer, I make it a normal thing. That way, come hunting season, they've been used to it all summer long. If he shows up in my food plot before I got there, or after I had been there and smells my scent, it's just like it was all summer long. It doesn't bother him. I'd have thought I was crazy before, but I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and it's proven to work. I've killed deer 4.5, 5.5, all the way up to 6.5 years old with this method of hunting. All my tactics I use are pretty similar to most of everybody else's you're going to listen to, but the way I apply them and the pressure part of it is quite a bit different. And I get away with that because it's a high pressured area. I can't say that it won't work in lesser pressured areas, but I don't think it would be as effective. Deer have an area to go to get away from you, and they're going to do that. They don't have that here. Pretty much the whole southern half of the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, you can get away with so much more pressure than what you think if you prep the scene. Go out there all summer long. So this is kind of how it goes for me each summer. Each summer I pick out one buck, the biggest buck in my area that I have to kill, and I narrow down the smallest area that I know has the best odds of me shooting that buck, usually around a 10-acre area. I litter that area with cameras. Last year, the 6.5-year-old I was chasing, I put 6 cameras in a 10-acre little area. I had 5 different sets there for all different types of wind and different accesses, so I could switch things up, because I know as well as you know they're watching me. But if I prep this scene all summer by putting all them stands there, putting all them cameras, going out there every week, I'm out there once or twice every week. It's normal for me to be there. Alright, so by prepping throughout the summer, that's exactly what I'm doing right here right now. I'm checking the trail camera I have right here. Lone Wolf Undercover Cam. Right behind it you can see my tree stand up in the tree. And on the other side of me here's the food plot. Right now we just got some buckwheat in there, trying to build up the soil, keep the weeds down. This fall I'll plant the plot I want to kill a deer off from there. But this is a safe spot in my mind. The bedding's only about 200 yards over this hill. And another spot a couple hundred yards back behind me. Or behind you. But this is safe to me. I don't really care if they can hear that I'm here. There's a house as far away from the bedding is right over here. From the house.
Oh yeah, I can see
My
it.
neighbor's house. You hear voices and shit around here all the time. Not unnormal. So I'm alright right here. I don't care if they hear me. I don't care if I'm leaving my scent here. I'm not going back there and kicking him out of his spot. He has his spot. There's so many damn people around here. A couple hundred yards away is plenty good for these deer. So now later, after I leave, we'll have to check the date and everything today, and I'll look and see if I can just prove it in some sort of way. But it ain't gonna be even an hour after we leave here. There's gonna be deer in here. Smelling that I'm here. Yeah, maybe one jumps a little bit, runs over there, like, ooh, startled it. That'd be about the most I got out of it.
Yeah.
It'd be as bad as it got.
I think I know where to go.
Ain't got nowhere to go. This shit's normal. So I come down here once a week. Leave my scent here, make it normal. That way come season, when I sneak in here, leave scent here and leave, the next deer that comes here ain't gonna say, oh shit, he's on to me. I gotta get out of here again. You know, it's in a high pressured area. Deer watch so many people constantly on a daily basis, even outside of hunting. They're so good at just weaseling around you. They're so good at living right where we are and existing. That's why the white-tailed deer has been so resilient over the years. It can live and adapt to any damn condition that it's faced, really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the grand scheme of things. And I probably left out a lot, but we're going to have a lot of episodes to come, and I've kind of changed my idea on what I want to do there. For one reason is I haven't found a deer to chase yet this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, luckily I've done a lot of scouting on public, I guess. So, but for one reason I haven't found a deer to chase yet, so I haven't got a whole lot of obvious, or I don't have a lot of real good things to show you on how to track down a specific deer when I don't have a specific deer to chase yet. So I'm going to go back through the years, last 10 years or so, of me tracking down specific deer each year and shooting that deer. Right here, this tree stand will be one of them spots. This deer here was a 140 inch 10 point, 138 inch 10 point. And I zeroed down the area I thought I was going to kill him in, and I damn near sat here every day I hunted. Not every day, but most of them. Why did I get away with that? Because it was normal for my scent to be here. If they happened to see me because they were bedding in an oddball area, which will happen, it wasn't a big deal. It was like he's seen all summer long. It screwed me that night, but the very next day could be money right under me. That's the way it is. In fact, that buck, we'll get into it more, but that buck I shot here, I spooked him. He's seen me physically standing right here in this corner within shooting range of this stand 7 days before I shot him, right next to where I kicked him up. And like I've said before, this isn't some big high dollar farm either that I have all control of. 1 to 2 year and a halves get shot off this farm every year. 9 different people hunted this farm last year. This isn't some controlled situation. All it is one person finding the in-betweens that the deer are in, setting the scene, and hunting the shit out of that area until I get that deer. Most of the time it's the first week of October, the last week of October, and for the first time in like 10 years almost, I made it to October or November this year, and that 6.5-year-old was a little harder to chase down. But by using this method, by making my scent normal to him all summer long, he crossed my path, my scent path, 7 times that I know about, that I seen from trail camera footage. 1 time I seen personally with my own eyes. He crossed my scent path, never bothered him. Right back in there, knowing that I had been there, because I know he knows. It's just normal. So I'm going to quit repeating myself. In all the future episodes, we're going to go back exactly how I targeted each specific buck each year, and how I use what I call controlled pressure. And I hope you don't think I'm just batshit crazy. I hope you stick around and watch, because if you're a high pressure hunter, or you know, maybe even in some other places too, you can use these tactics. Deer are very good at what they do, but people give them too much credit. They're not really smart. We're a lot smarter than them. We just got to see the situations we live in. The deer's education is going to be the direct result of the environment it lives in. Deer in big woods and big country and big farm area are going to be different than deer in high pressured areas. It's just, most people look at it backwards the way I do, just like I used to. When it was proven in front of my face, I made the change, and I've been way more successful ever since. So stick with me, and I hope that you can gain some good stuff from these videos, and please subscribe and like and all that good shit too, and maybe some more people will be able to see this.